A pillar of light descends from the heavens. In one heartbeat, the village of Tully is wiped off the map. But let's go back. Lo was just an ordinary 16-year-old living in a world where your rank determines your entire destiny. His friend Yuna dreamed of more. She wanted to be a top-tier ranker, even if it meant breaking the village's strict rules. The island of the gods took everything. But as unknown name, scarred survivor tells Lo to flee, a hidden power awakens. Lo makes a vow he will reach that island and save everyone. Lo is just a boy, but his spirit is screaming. This is prana, the energy of life itself, and he's about to unleash it on the world's strongest knight. Village, and he's about to vanish it. His world's home, his strongest knight parents and Yuna. The training is brutal. Enter Adal, the world's strongest knight. He sees the fire in Lo's eyes and decides to forge it into a blade. The training is brutal. Lo's strongest knight attacks with everything he has. Fire in he's a Lo's eyes and beginner, but his pressure is insane. A massive pillar of light erupts, proving his potential is off the charts. The target, the island of the gods, a floating fortress where the missing villagers were taken. To get there, Lo must become one of the top 10 rankers in the world. Years of agony follow. Broken bones, torn muscles, bloody hands. Lo doesn't stop, he can't stop. 1 year later, the boy is gone. In his place stands a warrior. Lo is 17, and his journey to the top begins now. Alone, two elite rankers against one boy. Rook knows the truth. This kid is a monster. Zero arrives at the point's capital. Examiners kiss think ta. To reach the gods, he must climb the rankings. But first, he has to pass the entrance exam. The written test is a total disaster. Lo leaves it blank, 0 points. The examiners think he's a joke. Comes the Tra Hunt Kista. Herbs drags in a must he's a climb the joke massive red grizzly rankings. He didn't just find it, he hunted it. Final stage duels. Rook makes a shocking move. She pits the 2 top seeds against Lo in a 2-on-1. The real test begins now. Lo Tully just unleashed a power that shouldn't exist. This is the birth of a monster. But let's back up. Lo is facing 2 monsters. Owl Darkies, a ruthless mercenary, and Eddie Markman, a legendary prodigy. They have no idea what's coming. Has no precision, just fighting God. He's pure potential, outclassing the best seeds in the exam. It's over. Man, the top seeds are down. Has no precision. They have no idea what's rank coming. God, he's tier potential out. She offers to track his rise in real time. Lo accepts, but he isn't interested in slow progress. He's going straight for the top 10. Lo Tully isn't your average rookie. He was trained for a year by Idol, the world's strongest knight. He even managed to land a hit on the legend himself. But to reach the top 10, he needs a guide. Hit on the Enter Rook legend. She's determined to be his personal accreditor, same even if Lo impossible goal thinks she's just a kid. They share the same impossible goal, reaching the island of gods. They strike a deal on week to prove she can handle the heat. RN 2728E. It sounds low, but considering he crushed high rankers during the exam, the system clearly can't measure his true power. There's a reason Lo is hiding his strength. He's the sole survivor of Tully, a village wiped off the map. Now he's using that name as bait to find the truth. The journey begins, but Lo just realized something. His new partner, she's not exactly the boy he thought she was. Lo Tully is just a novice. He's currently give Lo a clashing reality with a high check he'll never rang. How did a village boy get this strong? Reach the how did top of 10 to find the village boy get this truth strong. But Rook thinks he's suicidal for picking a rank 7 danger zone quest. She calls in a favor from Lord Blord, a legendary high ranker. The goal? Give Lo a reality check he'll never forget. But the duel goes sideways. Calls in a Lo is using the favor from Sword Lord Saint Blord style. Impossible for a kid to know legendary high ranker. Lord stops holding back. He unleashes his secret incantation. If Lo doesn't show his true power now, he's dead. Even a top meat tier load ranker blurred. Rank 11, he's about to end our hero's journey early. Rewind, Lo is trapped in a storm of golden spears. Lode's prana jetsu is overwhelming, leaving the boy no room to breathe. Dahl's leaving the boy no trainee. It's time for a forbidden gamble. He unleashes Lightning Sword, Gale, even a top meat-tier Load ranker blurred off guard. But the gap is too wide. Load crushes the strike, sending Lo spiraling into a massive crater. Load is shaken. If Lo controlled his wild prana, he might have actually won. An adventurer is murdered in cold blood. Lo murries of a wakes up forbidden song. But for Lo, he's alive. Song, this is just a hat. He's alive, but his journey to the top is only beginning. To reach the island of gods, he needs an incantation, a rare power that controls prana. And according to his friends, Lo might already have it. The Azaban incantation forest, and vanishing without a trace. The rules are simple: survive the forest, protect the wildlife, and don't get disqualified. It's time for Lo to prove he belongs at the top. But he's not alone. Rosso and Dalkin, two ruthless smugglers, are hunting rare beasts and killing anyone who gets in their way. The forest just got a lot more crowded. Lo faces a top-tier beast. One mistake and it's over. But let's back up. Lo and his unknown name, blue-haired guy, just entered the Azaban forest. He's only rank 2700, but here, adventurer ranks mean everything. AT the Re, immediately Orc 100, massive swarm of monsters strikes. Adventurer ranks mean everything. He unleashes Rawfall, carving through the horde with blinding speed. Then the real threat appears, a giant orc. His strike misses. With the orc closing in, Lo takes the only exit available, a straight drop off a massive cliff. They land in the uncharted study zone. This is the adventure Lo dreamed of. But the peace is shattered when a wounded white wolf appears. This beast is different. Dark ambushed, a mysterious hunter strikes Lo from the shadows, and the peace of the forest is gone in an instant. Rewind, Lo found a wounded royal horn. These rare beasts are hunted by poachers for profit, and this one barely escaped with its life. Lo isn't strong enough yet. He trains all night, mastering the Fleur de Lotus and pushing his prana to the limit. To reach the top 10, he has to become a monster. The beast bolts he trains all night. It's mastering the Fleur de Heading lot you straight and for danger. Lo leaps into the forest, Atcher through the tracking the trees before it creatories, before it vanishes into the vannies, before it dark Vadark. He clashes with the attacker, but the fight stops cold. It's not a poacher, it's his friends Ed D and Owl, but why are they hunting in this forest?